Whew. Hey, what's up, folks? Was able to walk today, so I decided to take out another one of my little ultralights that I modded out. It's Abu Garcia Black Max. Again, with the bearing modifications and the drag mod, carbon fiber handle, 4-pound test, which is pretty light for salt water. And I do not like salt water. So we're back at the scene of the crime here. Supposedly it's 94 degrees out here. The wind is blowing in towards me, which is totally different than the last couple times I was here. The wind was blowing at my back. So make my approach to the water. I don't see any disturbances in the water, like there might be a school of fish under it. And usually you see that the surface of the water looks slightly different. So let's see if I can position myself so that this wind isn't hurting me too much as far as casting goes. Same thing, little 5-gram weight. That's it, that's all I'm using. Is a weight, no hooks, no lures. And we'll get that all going in the right direction. The mags are turned all the way up on this to prevent backlashes. And I'll set the drag up a little bit here. Give me a split second, sorry. Oh, here we go. And one of the regulars told me, oh, the crabs are down there right now. Blue claws. Okay, so let me see. Can I see here? At the end play is set up on this so that there's no slop in the spool. And I'm going to get ready and take a few casts right now, see what happens. And the tide seems to be high tide right now. I can't tell what, it doesn't seem to be moving one way or the other. There's some leaves and debris on the water, and they don't seem to be going in or out. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Here we go. Okay, that was a nice, uneventful cast. Very good. Now let me see what the retrieve ratio on this one is. I think the retrieve on this one is 7-to-1, so it's pretty good. Back it off. One more click. That pops it out there pretty far, so. And all of these, again, come apart when I get home. I rinse them all off in some clean water, wipe them down with microfiber cloths, keep them in good shape. Yeah, that's putting it right out there. If I had a little Cash Master on here or something like that, I have no problems. Or a little grub. Grubs were here for a bucket. One more. Okay, that's one more click. Still no problems. No backlashes. And these reels all started out as new reels, budget reels. And I had ordered all of the bearings and stuff. I have another reel that I'm going to order the bearings for. Let's see how silly this guy can get, whether he's going to attempt to cross in front of him. Cast. Plunk pretty far out. Now the wind is coming from my left. From my left. Okay, we'll back it off one more. No problems yet. Now you're not going to see this rod jump or the reel scream to life because I'm only using that piece of lead weight. Back it off one more. No problems yet. And a 7-to-1 retrieve or higher is recommended for ultralight stuff, 7-8-to-1, because you have a lot of flex in the rod itself and the line. You have a lot of stretch. So you have to make that line up very quickly by having a good gear ratio. If that line goes slack while you got a fish hooked, or you think you have it hooked, you can lose it. Once that line goes slack, that gives that fish all kinds of leverage on that lure, and it can shake it very easily. As a matter of fact, that's when most fish are lost. People letting the line go slack. Nothing, no problem yet. I'm going to back this down. And the name of this rod is, and again, you weren't able to get these a couple of years ago. So this was one of the first ultralights I actually bought. Was LQUED. I imagine it's liquid carbon fishing rod, 6 foot. So this is small. Line weight is 2 to 5. I believe I have 4-pound test on here. Carbon fishing rod. It doesn't say anything about the maybe a little flaw there in the rod that they tried to cover up real quick. You never know what you're getting online sometimes. Whoa. Okay, another cast. Let's see how we do. Very nice, no issues. This is an Abu Garcia Pro Max. Back it down to another one. No issues. Really impressed with this ultralight tackle. I like it. I'll like it until the point comes when I go to set the hook. And the rod is so much more mushy than my normal stuff. Back it down. One more. No issues. This one has full ceramic bearings in it. The races and the balls in here are all ceramic. The balls, I believe, they're claiming are zirconia. That could be a catchphrase. We'll back it up one more. Could be a catchphrase. Those clouds feel good for. And no issues. Now, if I was throwing stuff for crappies, I could be using stuff like a float, which all adds to the weight of what I'm casting. So it'll be quite a bit more than 5 grams. Quite a bit more. I'm right out there, no issues. Little bait fish jumping out of the water. Back it down. I'll back it down too. We'll see what happens. See if this is it. Yeah, it's just starting to turn it up one. That's the difference. When you got different bearings that are less friction, the line tends to go out further and the spool tends to revolve faster, which again could cause backlashes. Yeah, we're just on, that's just at the verge. So plenty of brakes on this. This reel was taken apart when it was brand new, greased. Drag washers changed. Yeah, it's just at that edge, so we'll push it up one. Back to more brakes, because this wind is blowing around a little bit. Maybe I'll bring these down here when these little snapper blues are in here. See if I can hook up with a few of them. Just a little tiny bit. And those videos, like a 30-something minute video, I don't know, maybe it's because I have other links in the description. They take forever to upload. And I'm only using the phone, so maybe that's part of it. So what I could do is just leave that alone, is what I could do. No problems. This is the way I like to focus and get my head together, is by being out on the water, not salt water. Like being out on fresh water. I could easily duck back in the tree line and be fishing from the shade, rather than standing in direct sunlight, and I still got to walk home yet. So that's just more exposure to the ultraviolets. Yeah, this 7 to 1 is pretty good. Retrieve, pretty good. Some of these fish are so fast, you wouldn't believe it. So 7 to 1 is, they'll still chase that right down. And today I did bring my Real Magic with me, my spray, my line dressing. So what I'll do is I'll cast this out and then I'll spray the spool down with a little Real Magic. Okay. Drench that in Real Magic. That's a line conditioner. It's like a fabric softener for fishing line. Conditions the plastics. Let that soak in a couple seconds. That weight is sitting on the, I would say the tide's going out. I could actually feel the bottom. Reel it in. Let's see, probably got some stuff from the bottom here. What do I got? The leaf. Okay, so some wine. And I can't wait to get this out to some water with some crappie, some trout, some bass in it, some largemouth, maybe some pickerel. Pickerel will be hard to catch with this thing. They got such bony mouths, and with such a light rod, you have little or no hook setting ability. Other than make up line and hang on. Birds are out picking up dead fish or whatever the heck else looks tasty to them. Really impressed with the way these cast. Very impressed. Yeah, this whole chucking and winding thing really, I like it. I like it. Good way to spend time. Focus. Get your focus together. No complaints about this reel yet. But then how much of a beating can you put on a reel that was designed, pretty much to catch bigger fish, largemouth bass, and you're only putting, like 1/10 of that capability to use. So the amount of drag that I'm using, I think I got about maybe a pound or less drag on this. Of the 10 pounds of drag that I could use, but 10 pounds of drag on a 4-pound line, that never works out. I love that sound. Yeah, that's piling them right out there. So anybody from Joe's site that's still watching and hanging on to my every word, I sent that person on Facebook a friend request, and I sent them Joe Lewis's YouTube site. So hopefully that guy will get in touch with Joe. It has to do with that murder of them 2 girls 5 years ago. This guy took his drone out, forward-looking infrared drone, FLIR. Right after those 2 girls were reported missing. Has nothing. Searched a pretty good area too, by what it looks like, and came up with nothing, which is strange because they should have been able to find the bodies. They weren't there when he was flying his drone, which is strange. You can feel the gears turning in these. These aren't expensive reels. They're not like Shimano's with those super precision gears in them. When you turn those, you can't even feel it. It's just so smooth, so precise. The way the gears interface. That's really a nice boat that's leaving too. That's a Steiger. That's a real nice boat. fishing boat there, boy. It's got the radar on it. Very nice. Here, let's see if I could, there you go. Might be getting ready for tonight. Do some striper fishing or some bluefish. There we go. Back down. That's my big Steven Spielberg moment for the day. Zoom in, zoom out. Anybody on this site still hanging on in there? I hope Johnny 50 is all right. Go over to Johnny 50 on YouTube. Show him some support. New Jersey Exposed. I haven't seen New Jersey Exposed around for a couple days now. Shame. Man, that's really piling them out there. I have no problem getting to the crappie when I get to freshwater. None. Really want to thank the subs or people reason I'm out here. The support. When I can walk, I can walk. I immediately grab a fishing rod and head for water. And you ain't gonna see jaws coming up. Let me see. Right by the edge of the beach here, jaws coming up, and hey, you ain't gonna see that here. Not with me just throwing a little lead sinker. And I catch and release. A lot of people don't understand that. Oh, you're catching them and you're throwing them back? Yeah. That's why there's fish left in here, is people like me throw them back so that they could spawn and make thousands and thousands of more fishes. Gotta practice, fishing responsibly. Don't leave garbage laying around. This place is halfway clean. I mean, it's not as bad as some places. Well, maybe he's getting ready to take a run at this pier here. And you could be, if you had crab traps, you could be crabbing anywhere here. You could set your crab traps up, the big commercial crab pots. As long as you got your name on them, your license on them, your tags, you're all right. You could put your crab pots out and then sit around, have a little picnic over here, sit in the shade, and wait for them crabs to fill them pots up. Crab meat, where this coast is known for the best tasting crabs there are, the blue claw crabs. Are phenomenal. I just don't believe I don't have the patience to be picking it away at a pile of shells for a quarter teaspoon of meat. So again, I really appreciate the support. Looking forward to when I can show you a picture or pictures or a little tiny video clip of me actually catching something on one of these little project rods. I'm telling you, to me, chucking and winding like this is so peaceful. Yeah, this rod loads up nice. Transfers the power out to the lead. Little sightseeing here. I couldn't do that. I mean, it's standing up all day like that. Jeez. Have to get this big fat butt sitting down in a chair sooner or later. And I guess that's her significant other. Yeah, it looks like the tide's starting to move out. A lot of garbage moving that way. A lot of people like fishing the outgoing tides. That sound is also hypnotic. I don't know if you can hear that reel buzzing away. I love that. Just a little flip like that and it's out there. So this is a pass, not a fail. Oh my, I hear some noise and it's that guy on the dock over there doing something. Sounds like one of them cheap air compressors. He's probably filling up some kind of floats or something. Who knows? Yeah, feels pretty good. All for a budget. So this can go, being it's a 6-footer. I'm looking for a shorter one than this. I got 7 foot, 7 foot down to 6 foot. So there's four ultralights there. I'd like to go down to 5.5. Let's see how I like that. Yeah, you can hear the buzzing. Nice little gentle cast, and it just plops it out there. Now these are aftermarket spools. I replaced these spools in here. Unfortunately, you deal with some disreputable people online. So what I found out with these, and each reel, and there's thousands of different reels, thousands of different spools. They're all different. So you got to know what you're ordering. This is the exact one that I'm supposed to be having. But they use cheap, very, very cheap materials when they made this reel. And believe it or not, the reel is so lightweight that the line is actually starting to crush the reel. So I got another one, a spool on order. It's supposed to be from Garcia. So Garcia is the company itself. So these are aftermarket. We'll see if I get an actual Garcia number. If I get an actual OEM part. Let's see if that holds up better, because I don't want to try and put some braid on these. Which means same diameter line, greater tensile strength. So something with a diameter of 4-pound test, which is very, very thin, might have the breaking tensile strength of 10-pound test. You can hear that wind. That's good. I can cast in the wind. That's pretty far, I'm telling you. So that Real Magic does its job. It keeps the line conditioned. It keeps it soft. Keeps it pliable. And it's taking right now a lot of abuse from the ultraviolets. A ton of abuse from ultraviolets. Because the whole line, 100% of the line that's out is exposed to ultraviolets. And ultraviolet just destroys plastic. Go look at your lawn chairs that have been left out for a couple of years. It's like sitting in a pile of cornflakes. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. Both trout and crappie you can use bait. So you can throw a jig tipped with something like a salmon egg or, you know, a crappie magnet or something like that. Crappie magnet is just a brand of soft plastics. It's not actually a magnet, to the best of my knowledge. And it's a jig, which is very important. Jigs are probably the most effective lures out there. As a matter of fact, years and years ago, when the Navy put together its survival kits, in the fishing thing was jigs, and their fishing survival pack was jigs by Bill Upperman. Bill Upperman jigs. He's the one that helped them figure out what should go into those naval saltwater survival things. Yeah, I think I got enough time in the sun here. I don't want to get burnt. Pay the price for that, not being able to come out for a couple days. Should have worn my long sleeve shirt, but when I saw 90 something degrees, 94. This breeze is the only thing that's saving it for today, and these clouds passing over occasionally. Yeah, it would be nice if there was stuff like weak fish in here, but there's not. Jeez. Let's see, another cast. Oh, and it's putting them out there. Let's see if I get it. I'm going to walk across here, this boat ramp. Let's see if having this wind, see if I can get the wind at my back. Seems that the way that, yeah, it may be. Maybe. Oofa. Yeah, this is, feels like the wind is at my back a little bit. Definitely at my back. As long as the line is out that far. Man, there's some big birds up there. Can't see them. A couple squirts of some real magic. Those look like some big ospreys. It's probably the mother. Popping them out there. I can't see where they're landing. And I don't mean in the next town. I mean right in front of me. The broken up waters. Here we go. 30-something minutes, man. This is going to take me forever to upload. So I'll cut it now. Thanks again, folks. Stop by Johnny 50. Stop by Joe Lewis. Stop by New Jersey Exposed. hopefully I'll be getting back to you real soon. Maybe I'll have some news about some upcoming surgery that I'm getting my back fixed so that I can walk more. Thank you again, folks. I'm out of here.